For this group of men that I met, they speak a different language. To explain further is that. So when I speak with foreigners or listen to them speak, 30% is like mostly idioms and slangs. I think that my English speaking is very good already, but when I listen to them speak or listen to them, it's different. Huh?
What is up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm your host, Richie Rich.
And this is Cheng. This weekend, I got the chance to spend time with Rich and a few of our American subscribers. It was my first time to be around a group of Americans, and it's really a great learning experience for me. And with that, today we're going to talk about the 10 things that surprised me and some other Filipinas about Western men.
But before we get into this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you get notified when our next video is popping up.
But please. Sounds familiar? But please hit the like button. You know it really helps our channel grow.
It also helps the YouTube algorithm to pick up our videos and push our content out to a bigger audience.
Yeah, and don't forget to leave your comments below because we love reading your comments. Be sure to watch to the end of the video because I'm gonna share with you the main thing that really surprised me about Western men.
And check out the outtakes at the end because they're funny as hell.
That's right.
Ching, kick the intro and let's get into this video. Rolling by trike. Here we go.
So the first thing that surprised me when I hung out with this group of American men is that they're very direct in communicating. They're very logical in terms of their speaking. They're very practical. They have the, what do you call this? They're very reasonable. They are very logical. They think critically and also very opinionated. They're not scared to tell how they feel at the moment, and also not just that, they're also receptive and very open-minded.
As opposed to not being logical and being closed-minded, or
because some Filipinos, if I'm going to compare this to the Filipino culture, some Filipinos would really reserve what they're going to say and not to offend anyone. So as my opinion is that here, when I hung out with this group of Americans, they're not really scared to say what's on their mind. They're very direct. When I say they're very frank.
So we got a chance to spend some time with one of our subscribers. Shout out to JC Mack and his family for being great hosts and sharing their home with us.
They're very organized. The group of Americans I know, that's very organized when it comes to, like, for example, everything is in place. The house is very organized and clean, and then the towels are in their right place, their position.
Almost like you'd seen that before.
Yes, at your house. Yeah. So what I know is that when you get something, like for example, you got a comb. Where you got that comb, you have to return that to where you got it from.
So some of us might expect you to put something back where you got it from.
You got it.
Which would make it really easy for us to find it when we're looking for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so unconsciously, I don't know if just me or some other Filipinas would agree.
It's not just you.
It's not just me that we normally don't put back the things where we got it. Yeah. So that's it. They're very organized, and the kitchen, the living room is very clean, and it's very, very organized home. So shout out to JC Mack, Miss Sheila, and their family for inviting us over to your humble home.
And the food was good too.
Yeah, it was my first time to experience grits.
Not mine. But I ate them with a smile. Number 3.
So the next one that surprised me is that from the group of the foreign guys that I know is that they're very hardworking. So they have a different work ethic compared to us to most Filipinos. All right, so when they say hardworking, it's different from the how hardworking we are us Filipinos. Because normally, when, like for example, comparing Rich's work ethic to my work ethic, now he spends his break working. He's not spending his break breaking. I mean, taking a break or doing some stuff. Like, he eats while working. But us, most Filipinos, just like me, when we say break time, it's break time. We drink coffee, we chat with friends, that's break. So I think that they're very hardworking and they're very conscious about how they spend their free time.
I don't know that that's all Americans. In fact, I know it's not all Americans.
Mm-hmm.
I just think different people have different work ethics. But for me, I'm always striving for more. So sometimes that means working a little harder.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Number 4.
Number 4 that surprised me, based on my observation with this group of foreign men, or Americans for that matter, is that they're very friendly. They greet every person.
Why are you saying that with a frown? They're very friendly.
They're very friendly. Because us, most Filipinos, just like me, so we normally don't initiate a conversation. We don't greet people unless we know them personally. So we just say, this group of American men that I know are very friendly. They greet every person. How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon. They just greet, and then they initiate a conversation and they put a smile on their faces. So they're very welcoming.
I'm gonna say that's, and I think most of the audience will agree to this, that's probably unique to Americans and Canadians, not necessarily all Western cultures, because a lot of Euro people are the same. They're not gonna greet you. They're not gonna smile. They're not gonna be as friendly. It just is what it is. I guess for us, we're just a little bit different.
Yeah, and that I like it about Americans, because also here in the Philippines, I already thought that we're friendly and welcoming, but we're not really as friendly as Americans, because we don't start up a conversation. We're just friendly when somebody else greets us first.
I don't think that makes you less friendly. I just think we maybe take it to a whole different.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so number 5.
Number 5 is, what surprised me is the tip culture. You're very generous when it comes to tipping. The other night, he tipped 1,000 pesos to the waiter. I was about to say, hey, that's too much.
To be honest, the reason I tipped that much, the service was pretty good.
I agree.
And I felt like they deserve a good tip. They were very attentive. They were Johnny on the spot for everything. They pulled our plates, made sure we had water, gave us more drinks. Everything we asked for, they were there for, and they deserved a good tip. So I gave them a good tip.
Yeah, and I'll do good service. You can give me a tip. 1,000.
No.
Anyway, but also apart from the restaurant service, you also tip in other services, like for example when we ride the tricycle. So he normally, almost every service that he purchased or he render,
I tip for my barber, because he cuts me up pretty good. He cuts me up pretty smooth, and as cheap as it is here to get a good haircut, he deserves a tip, right? So I tip the barber. I'll tip the trike driver, but not every time. If he gives me a smooth, easy ride without swerving, without me bumping my head on the trike and all that, I'll give him a tip, because I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I don't tip all the time. I tip for good service. Not just to be tipping, but I tip for good service. It's a gratuity. All right, number 6.
Number 6 is the importance of your personal space.
Before you continue, I'm going to say that this is something I learned. This is unique to American culture. It really is. I found that other cultures aren't like this, but go ahead and I'll let you finish.
Yeah, so just to cite an example, is that when me and Rich ride the MRT, so it's really crowded. You have to understand that it's like skin to skin. So when we ride the MRT, he normally puts like his hand in front of his, less like that, because he doesn't want to be too close with other people, and also when standing in line, he keeps a safe distance all the time.
I keep COVID distance even without COVID. Because it's a space thing. If you're American, I know you guys are going to comment on this, because you understand it's a big thing. We have that invisible bubble that's around us that we don't want people to enter, and it is what it is. I don't know where it comes from, but it makes me feel good, and I like it.
You don't want me too close to you. How about this? Is this too close? You're not an astronaut, but I'll give you space. Come on, you know it's funny. Don't bite your tongue.
I hear you. I got you. The jokes. No, you know what? Keep the jokes coming. Keep them coming. All right. Okay. Number 7.
All right. So the next one is public display of affection.
Mm-hmm.
So as I was observing Sir J.C. Mack and his wife, he wasn't shy to show affection to his wife. So yeah. So
I didn't see that, but okay.
Yeah, he wasn't shy to hug or to kiss his wife in public. So
Okay.
I guess that's a good observation for me for public display of affection.
Okay.
It's just unusual for me to, be affectionate, not overly affectionate, but affectionate in public. Yeah, that's just my observation.
Okay.
You're not afraid to show food on my... Isn't that affection? Because acts of service, love language.
Okay. Well, okay. You can read it that way. I'm giving you. You're like, can I have a bite of your food? So I give you a bite of my food, and that's a public.
But I wasn't asking for it. You're just giving me. You're so generous. You're so sweet. Oh.
Okay. That's so cool.
Sweet.
All right.
I also like putting my hair behind my ear. Oh, that's affection, right?
That's affection.
Yes.
Okay. But
Physical touch. Love language.
But what if your hair is looking crazy?
Well, then fair enough.
Yeah. What if your
You're
hair
just
looks
fixing
crazy?
my-
Yeah.
There's like a poor, like I belong to like a beggar or
Yeah. Sometimes, honestly, you look. Usually, you look pretty good, but there's times when you look like a beggar.
yeah.
So. Yeah, and you look like you have a old man comb over or something. Yeah, and it needs to be fixed.
Yes.
If I'm walking around in public with you, I don't want you looking crazy and
Of
representing
course.
me.
Mhm.
Yeah, people are gonna think we're together, and I don't want you representing me looking crazy. So number 8.
So the next thing I noticed is that some Americans are impatient. I would understand. I get it now. Why are you impatient? Because in the US, as you always tell stories about how fast everything is in the US.
It's a lot faster.
Yes, it is a lot faster. But here in the Philippines, it's slow like a slug. Yeah, very slow. The service is slow, and also in terms of processing your documents, it's really, really slow. And that's one thing that...
Shout out to BOI. I got no beef with BOI at all. BOI is on point out here. When I go to the satellite, go there because they do a phenomenal job. So
Yeah, but also in terms of being impatient, like delivering in some restaurants or some food chains that we go to, I already have my food, but his food wasn't served yet. So he's really trying to be keeping his
if you want to
smile.
get your food today, order yesterday.
Yeah. So he always put a smile in his face because, he's a foreigner in this country and he knows that.
How about here's my good fake smile.
Yeah. I know when he's putting on that smile, he's already pissy. So for the group of foreigners that I met, they said that they're slightly impatient than normal. Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've learned a lot of patience being here because you have to, or else you're just going to have to leave because it's not going to change for me. So may as well get used to it. On the surface, I'm a lot more patient.
Yes, you are. So I'd like to make a shout out to Rich because he is 100 times a lot more patient with me. Thank you. Really, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. From the bottom of my broken heart. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's automatic to me. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So number 9.
What I learned is that this group of guys are very unbothered with their other people's opinions. They don't care about. They care. But they will tell you what's on their mind. They really don't care about what other people would say. Yeah.
Not very much. Of course, I respect our subscribers. I respect our audience, and I care about their comments. However, as far as people judging me, as far as what people think about me as a person, I care more about what I think about me and what my family and friends think about me. Number 10.
Number 10 is for this group of men that I met, they speak a different language. To explain further is that. So when I speak with foreigners or listen to them speak, 30% is like mostly idioms and slangs. I think that my English speaking is very good already, but when I listen to them speak or listen to them, it's different. I have like question mark all over because sometimes I really can't pick up on what they're saying because it's mostly idioms and slangs.
We talk to each other the same way we would if we were at home. So it's kind of fun to be able to talk. It's kind of fun to be able to be with people from your own country and be able to speak your language without any reservations and just let loose. And so we were able to do that. We had a fun time. Really quick shout out to JC Mack. Shout out to Johnny Permit. Shout out to Joey Salgano. Shout out to all three of you guys for showing us a great time this weekend. So really appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it. And also just to add to what you said, when you and JC Mack were talking, I don't understand a word you said. Like you like just the two of you were talking. I'm lost in translation. Yeah.
Right. I understand. Right.
So there you have it, the 10 things that surprised me and some Filipinas about Western men. But wait, while we were at Mr. JC Mack's place, I got a chance to talk a lot to Miss Sheila, his wife, and their daughter Alexa. The biggest thing that surprised us about American men is that they're very punctual. Their punctuality, they value time, just like what Rich always say, time is money and money is time. Yes.
We do. I think this is going to be common and probably not just for American culture, but for anybody who's successful in their work life, time is money and money is time. And I agree with you. I think time is something that's very, very important that needs to be managed well because we only get 24 hours in each day.
And you cannot turn back time. If only I can turn back time. Sorry, I can't help it. Sorry.
Thank you, Ching, for your rendition of that song.
So it was a breath of fresh air to learn cultures firsthand. Because this is my first time experiencing being around with a group of foreign men, especially Americans, and it was indeed a great learning experience for me.
Same here. Actually, it was really good to get out with a few other gentlemen and have some fun, drink a little bit, have a couple of drinks, and just have fun and talk and shoot the breeze just like you would at home. So shout out to those guys again. It was a really good time. Hopefully we'll get a chance to do it again.
Yes, that's right.
So do you agree with Ching or disagree? Let us know what you think. Leave your comments below. Join us on Wednesday for our next video where we're going to talk about something that will really, really surprise you.
Yeah. Oh, surprise.
I'm
sorry. Cannot turn back time. If only I can turn back time. Sorry, I can't help it. Sorry.
Isn't there another song? If I could turn back time.
I know one song. Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and think of you.
Clock tick?
Tick. Did I say thick?
Clock
thick.
Tick.
Yeah, tick.
It's not a thick clock.
It's not a thick. I want a thick. Thick.
Clock ticks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clock ticks and think of you.
Who thinks?
You. Cheesy.
All right.
So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
Yeah. If you like the video, please hit that like button. It definitely helps us to grow our channel.
Yes.
Don't forget, if you like this video, we got some other videos that you can watch that are just as good, if not better.
So check those out too.
So check those out too. In the meantime, I'm Richie Rich.
And this is Jane.
Deuces.
We're
out
out.
here.
Peace.